Strontium Mobile Wi-Fi Cloud Review. Many smartphones, especially iPhones, are impossible to upgrade when you run out of storage space. All existing options are clunky and frustrating, and even then, moving data to and from them can become a hassle. One of the workarounds that can be exploited is using a smartphone or tablet's Wi-Fi to hook up to a network-attached storage device. On one hand, such devices can be simple, inexpensive, and flexible in terms of storage capacity and management. On the other, you have to remember one more thing to carry around and keep charged. Strontium's mobile Wi-Fi Cloud is an unusual product for the company, in that it has no storage of its own. It doesn't do anything we haven't seen before, but it could be versatile enough to become the one accessory you just cannot leave home without. The mobile Wi-Fi Cloud is shaped like a large puck, which makes it a bit awkward to use and carry. It isn't very handy. As far as portable accessories go, it certainly cannot fit into a pocket. It seems a lot less practical than, for example, the Kingston Mobilelite Wireless, which offers pretty much the same feature set. That could be because of its higher battery capacity, and you'll have to decide if that trade-off is worth it. However, if you carry a biggish power bank in your bag anyway, the mobile Wi-Fi Cloud could conceivably replace that. The device's design and build quality aren't all that good. The plastic feels cheap, and the seams where the upper and lower plastic bowls meet the central ring are rough enough to scratch you quite badly. The pieces also seem to fit together quite poorly. The Wi-Fi Cloud logo on top and the port labels at the back are printed a bit crudely, and you can see that the company's own logo is distorted because no one factored the curved surface into the design process. Curiously, the logos and even the product name printed on the device itself, the box, and one of the guide pamphlets are all different. There's a big power button on top surrounded by a clear plastic ring with 3 LED indicators arranged within it. The button is loose and wobbly to the extent that you can hear it rattle if you pick up the device and shake it, and the ring diffuses light which makes it hard to tell which LEDs are on at any point and what they mean. There's a rubber ring on the bottom which keeps the unit from sliding around. There's a full-sized USB host port on the rear, with a full-sized SD card slot to its left and a micro USB charging/data port and reset button to its right. The SD card slot is upside down, and cards don't slide in or out smoothly. Strontium includes a microSD adapter which is a nice touch, and a micro USB cable which you can use to charge the Wi-Fi Cloud or plug it into a PC for direct access to SD cards. You get 2 folded paper pamphlets in the box, one labeled Installation Guide and one labeled Quick Installation Guide. The former illustrates Strontium's Android and iOS apps, and the latter, which isn't any quicker to read, outlines the hardware and physical setup. The mobile Wi-Fi Cloud does not have any local storage, so you're going to have to use either an SD card or USB media. Interestingly, hard drives are supported in addition to standard USB pen drives, as long as the unit itself is plugged in and receiving 2 amps of power through the micro USB port. The contents of storage media can be accessed over Wi-Fi and also directly, if plugged into a host PC via USB. When plugged in, the device acts like a standard card reader and you can drag and drop files through Windows Explorer. Media plugged into the USB port is detected as well, so the mobile Wi-Fi Cloud is sort of a pass-through, not particularly useful, especially since it only works at USB 2.0 speed. However, the hidden benefit is that you can plug the device into any Android phone that supports USB OTG, though it will draw power from the host device rather than deliver power in that case. When not plugged into a USB host, the mobile Wi-Fi Cloud will broadcast a Wi-Fi signal that you can hook onto from any device. This establishes a network connection between the two, and browsing files is as simple as firing up any app that can work with network-based resources. Strontium of course offers its own, but we were also able to use VLC and standard file browsers thanks to support for AppNP and DLNA protocols. You'll also be able to pull media using a smart TV, game console, or other such appliance. It takes about a minute after the device is powered up for it to begin broadcasting a Wi-Fi signal. You can then connect to it from any devices you would with any hotspot. There's no security by default, which is something you should change immediately. One of the instruction leaflets told us to download an app called Strontium Wi-Fi Cloud, Wi-Fi Storage, though a quick search shows that it's actually listed as Strontium Hub. We tested the app on an iPhone 5C and a 4th Gen iPad, both running iOS 9.1. The app is fairly standard, and like most others of its kind, lets you set up a pass-through Wi-Fi connection to your router, which will let you re-establish your internet connection. This means you can use the mobile Wi-Fi cloud as a short-range Wi-Fi extender. You can also set up security for the device itself and for remote file access, which you really should do. The app is fairly crude in terms of design and layout, but it does work, for the most part. You can browse connected media by folder or see your files filtered into content-specific categories. Media format support depends on the app rather than the hardware, and we found that third-party apps did a better job than Strontium's own. For example, you can read Office file formats and PDFs, but not full screen on an iPad. Some videos played in one corner of the screen and we couldn't find controls beyond the most basic playback options, whereas VLC played the same files flawlessly and even gave us control over subtitles, aspect ratio and speed. The company says that up to 5 devices can be connected and stream media from the mobile Wi-Fi cloud at the same time. You can copy files over to other devices. On iOS at least, they have to live within the Strontium app because of the way the file system is structured. You can then sling them across to other apps, mail them, attach them to messages, or upload them anywhere. The same holds true for copying or saving to the Strontium Mobile Wi-Fi Cloud. You create duplicates within the Strontium app first and then choose to upload them to the device. You can copy files from your iOS photo library, which is pretty handy.